What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Rage C podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about Netflix now buying Warner Brothers. This is a statement that I thought I would never have said. This is like very surprising, dude. I really had no idea that freaking Netflix was gonna be the one company that was going to buy Warner Brothers. That's insane. I really thought it probably might have been maybe Amazon that bought them or something like that, but it turns out to be Netflix out of all the companies. Don't get me wrong, Netflix is definitely the biggest streaming service, and like their whole rule is just mostly just having their movies and TV shows on the streaming service. They don't really believe in having movies or even like TV episodes at the movie theaters at all. That's basically like their whole main reason why they have a whole company. They want to just keep all their IPs online and not like in physical format at all. That's insane, man. They did acquire so many IPs. Like I had to mention to you like all the ones that you probably might have heard of. Like the ones that I've truly know of is like the Game of Thrones one, Harry Potter, and look, here are the ones that they acquired. Now Netflix owns them. Friends, Evil Dead, Mad Max, The Matrix, Beetlejuice, the DC Comics, Adult Swim, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, like I mentioned, Harry Potter. Oh my god, they even got Scooby Doo as well. Rick and Morty, Johnny Bravo, the Looney Tunes. Wow, they even got the Conjuring universe. That's insane. Even the streaming service as well for HBO Max. They actually got that as well. The Boondocks, Final Destination, Cartoon Network, The Big Bang Theory, The Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Wizard of Oz, the new Dune 3 movie that's gonna come out next year, the whole Lord of the Rings movies, and also the WB games, which includes Rocksteady and also NetherRealm. NetherRealm is mostly known for making the Injustice games and also the Mortal Kombat games. Wow, they acquire so much IP that now their subscription is definitely gonna go maybe up to $100, I believe, dude. That's so freaking insane. Yeah, because since they acquire a lot of IP, there's a good chance that maybe it's gonna cost even more to get all of these things on the platform, which is so crazy, dude. Wow, WB, dude, has been acquired by Netflix out of all of them. Before there was the streaming services, there were the big five movie studios. I have to name them to y'all because it is important for what I'm about to tell you. So like the big five movie studios back then used to be Paramount Pictures, which is still active today, and Skydance owns them now. Metro Golden Mayer, Amazon owns that company. One of the popular IPs that Metro Golden Mayer has, I believe, is the James Bond series. I really don't know many for Metro Golden Mayer, but that's like the only one that really comes to the top of my head. Warner Brothers, it was just acquired by Netflix. 20th Century Fox, Disney owns that now. RKO, Radio Pictures, that was the only one that didn't really last as much. But yeah, those were the big five back then when like movie studios were like barely starting back then, like in the 1930s through the 1950s. And now, the big five today: Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Universal, Paramount is still one of the big five today. Sony Pictures as well. Yeah, those are the five main ones now, and probably you can put Netflix up there as well. It's crazy, dude. Now that Warner Brothers has been collected by Netflix, that's so insane. I just so in disbelief. What is going to happen with the DC universe? Are they actually going to start all over again? Well, I don't really think so, because I did see an article saying that they are going to keep like the management team, like the head of Warner Brothers is still going to be the main guy, the main CEO, and also James Gunn. He's not going to go anywhere. I don't believe so. If we hear that they actually cancel the production for the new Superman movie they are making, then probably they might actually get rid of James Gunn. But as of right now, I don't think so. I don't think that is not going to happen. But yeah, Netflix acquired, dude, freaking Warner Brothers. That's like one of my favorite studios today. And now that it's acquired by Netflix, I don't know if it's good, man. If it's good for cinema, like even James Cameron and Christopher Nolan, they have mentioned that they are not for this. They don't really like this deal at all. Like they don't like that Netflix actually bought Warner Brothers, because movies, they are endangered of actually not actually going to the movie theaters, and that's bad, man. We're not really gonna get probably the new Justice League movie created by James Gunn in the future on the movie theaters. We're probably just gonna get it on the streaming service, and that's it. Or maybe it's just gonna be a hit for just 1 week, and probably they might think, hey, maybe this is getting a lot of views. A lot of people actually going to go see this movie in the movie theaters. Why not just transfer it to Netflix? Yeah, it's just so insane, dude, how Netflix, it was just a movie rental thing beforehand, and now it just became this whole empire, and then it took over one of the biggest movie studios today. Yeah, it's insane, man. Paramount, I believe, is like the only original one left. Like the other ones, they have been bought, but Paramount is still like one of the main ones. Paramount, to be honest, what comes to your mind when you think about Paramount? Not many things, right? Like for Paramount, like the only movie as of today that I think of is just like the Quiet Place movies. That's about it, and the Rugrats. What about you? What do you think about Paramount when it comes to the top of your head? But yeah, dude, Netflix acquired Warner Brothers. What is going to happen next with this, dude? We're going to see. But it's just so crazy, dude. It was just acquired. And now the next thing I want to speak to you about is about a fighting match between Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach. I remember that Isaac Cruz, he gave Gervonta Davis a great fight. And like these guys, they were going at it. And now Lamont Roach, he is the one guy who actually gave Gervonta Davis a draw. Hopefully this fight actually turns out to be a really good one, and it goes all 12 rounds. People are speculating that probably Lamont Roach might actually win this fight, because maybe he has a better fight IQ, and probably he might connect even more, since like Isaac Cruz just mostly focuses on getting the KO win. But we will see how that fight turns out, dude. I'm actually excited to actually see that one. When you see Isaac Cruz on your screen, you know that it's gonna be a good fight. Like, he delivers always, dude. And like Lamont Roach, he just coming out of a draw against Gervonta Davis. That's awesome for him. Even like just getting a draw instead of like getting a loss from him. And that was good because nobody else has gotten a draw with Tank Davis. That's awesome. But now Isaac Cruz is gonna fight Lamont Roach. And let's see how that turns out, dude. I cannot wait to actually see that fight. I believe it is going to be a good one. Well, hopefully it is, And also, Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. It is actually confirmed. These two are actually going to fight each other around the ending of January. On January 31st, supposedly. On the 140-pound division, they're actually going to fight each other. Now, this fight, I'm actually going for Teofimo Lopez for the win for this one. Shakur Stevenson might actually bring an upset for this fight. But like, I feel like Teofimo Lopez, he has the strategy and he has like the power to actually give Shakur Stevenson a better fight. I feel like maybe he is going to get the win. But maybe I could be wrong though. That is my pick though. Teofimo Lopez, yeah, I think he might actually get the win. And lastly, the last thing I want to speak to you about is about the God of War live action series. They are now casting people to actually play these characters. It says right here, it will adapt the Norse era games. It focuses on Kratos and Atreus. 2 seasons supposedly are greenlit, and for the very first season, they are going to have 10 episodes. At the time I'm recording this podcast, they still haven't announced who is going to be Kratos and who is going to be Atreus. But I'm actually excited to see who they actually cast. Hopefully it's somebody good, dude. Hopefully they cast somebody awesome for that role. Maybe a new person that we don't really know of. Maybe not a really recognizable face, but someone that delivers, someone that knows how to play the character very well. That would be awesome to see. And Amazon is the ones who are making this series come to life. I wish they actually focus more on the Greek mythology games, because it would have been awesome to actually see a younger Kratos, but they started with the 2018 games, Which I don't blame them, because the 2018 game, it was a success. It was a major success. And like starting all over with the mid 2000s games, as of today, I don't think that many people have played them, and probably people are not willing to play them anymore because people believe maybe they are outdated and they don't want to play them, But yeah, that's how they're going with this TV show. Hopefully it does turns out pretty good, dude. Man, yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening. I am actually going on vacation for the next week. For you guys, there's not going to be any difference because I'm actually leaving pretty soon to Florida to go to Disney World and also Universal. Yeah. I've been waiting for this moment for some time. Since 2009, that was the last time I went over there. I cannot wait to actually go back and see what are the new things they have over there. It's been a long time, dude, since I've been there. Oh, man. I believe it's going to be a very fun time. I'm actually not going to focus on anything else other than just having a great time on my vacation. Yeah, man. All right. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you guys did enjoy this podcast, make sure to follow it and also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes to listen to stuff about pop culture stuff, combat sports, or anything like horror related. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do. And don't forget, every single Tuesday, I post an episode at 11 a.m. Central Time. That's when I post my podcast on the YouTube channel and also elsewhere, like in Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcasts for the Radio C. And yeah, guys, that's it. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.